Thanks everyone for coming here today. I'm Andre. I'm going to tell you a little bit about SecondMic. Tonight we're all going to be watching the NBA Finals. They're going to be on ABC. But what if you could, instead of listening to the ABC broadcaster, what if you could get someone like Michael Jordan talking live during the game, or maybe Larry Bird? Well, you can't. You can't because on TV you get one voice, you get one point of view. But people want more than that. Sports fans are looking for more voices, and the networks have realized it. They're trying to bring more voices to sports fans. Everyone knows that during March Madness, Turner had the same game simultaneously on 3 channels. So UConn, Florida was being broadcasted on TBS on the main coverage with a neutral broadcaster, but then they had on True TV a UConn broadcaster, and on TNT they had a Florida broadcaster. And the idea is bringing more fans, bringing more engagement. And why are they doing that? We just talked about it, right? Everyone is watching games on TV, holding their phones in their hands, right? 2/3 of smartphone users are actually playing with their phones while they're watching TV. And brands have realized it, and former players have realized it, artists, celebrities, and Phil Jackson realized it. And during March Madness, Phil Jackson tried to live tweet during the game. It was as part of brand engagement. So you can see he's on his kitchen, awkwardly trying to type and watch the game and come up with a smart tweet, try to fit his thoughts into 140 characters. And this is what he tweeted, right? It didn't make much sense. It was just like his random thoughts about what's happening, and people were trying to watch the game and read his tweets, and they didn't know what play was that about. So Twitter became the default for live TV, but when it comes to sports, it really doesn't work all the time, right? You get the tweet and it's too late. And that's where we fit in. SecondMic is live sports commentary, not through typing, but through audio. What does that mean? So Phil Jackson, what would he do with SecondMic? He would pick a game, create a channel on SecondMic. It's all integrated with Twitter, so all his followers would get notified that he would be live commentating the game. All he does is talk to the phone. And then his fans lower the volume, download our app, and listen to him. Now the audio is coming from SecondMic. The image is still on the TV. It needs to be synced up. How do you make that happen? We need some good technology to do that. No one has ever done that before. We've developed a proprietary patent-pending technology where our audio is always in sync with the game that's on TV. We've actually beta launched this 8 weeks ago, so it's brand new. And we've had a good number of commentators, former players, bloggers, podcasters, journalists that just jumped in and said, I want to do this. I want to talk during the game. I've been doing that through Twitter, but this is a different platform in which we can do it. They've done that in some of the major sports events over the last 8 weeks. And we're preparing to do live coverage of the World Cup. Me as a Brazilian, very excited about doing that. And I want to show you now a small clip with some snippets of audio from SecondMic that we've done over the last few weeks.
This is Chastity Melvin, and this is Chalk Talk with Chaz on SecondMic. Started off again. Kevin Durant drives to the basket, and it's blocked by LeBron James, who's out in the open court with Dwayne Wade, and you know what that is. Showtime from number 3 and number 6. Flash to James.
Pick and roll is the default. Like when in doubt, if we're having trouble, just someone run and screen the ball. It's a little frustrating. I prefer better spacing. I try a couple passes, get into something, and use play with purpose. But that's what the NBA is like these days.
If the Lakers get down, take a shot, a 3, don't even worry about the offensive rebound, and just get back on defense.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Just lost it. Oh, they just called it for an offensive foul. March Madness, baby.
So what's next for us? Obviously, in 8 weeks, the networks have noticed us. We're talking to them about working together, using our technology so they can bring more voices into the table and bringing it up to the different level, bringing some of these bigger players to talk live during games. Thank you very much.
I think it's really interesting. How come it hasn't been done before?
It's really because there was no technology out there where you can sync alternative audio with the game that's on TV at the stadium.
No offense. I'm watching the game. I'm on the phone. Why is that hard?
Right, and some people have tried to do it with Google Hangouts, for example.
No, but I watch a game and I'm talking on the phone, and I don't understand why it doesn't just automatically sync. I'm there. It's phone, and I'm watching, and why
Right, you can call someone and kind of do live commentary of the game.
Yeah.
But let's say you want to scale that up and really do it for thousands of people at the same time. And maybe you and I want to commentate on tonight's game, but you happen to be in LA and I'm in New York, but we still want to do it together. We would need some sort of platform to do it. So that's really how we see ourselves.
Okay, I'm not sure I accept that, but we'll accept it for the moment, I guess. It's not logical to me. So I hear audio from the game taking place, and the audio in the hall is useful, but I'm going to get the commentators also. I'm looking at ESPN here. So I think you doctored that, no offense, because you would have had the commentators interfering with your SecondMic commentators. How do you deal with that?
Right, so
unless you got a clean feed with an ESPN as a partner, which I think is logical, because I think what you're doing is really interesting.
Right, so we definitely see the main avenue for us is partnering and working with them and almost having a game broadcasted by ESPN where they can say, do you want to get a spin on this game where you get more stats and get someone that's broadcasting, rooting for a team?
So you want that? So you're going to announce your ESPN deal also tonight?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll tell you. So what are the issues? What keeps you up at night? What makes this not work?
A couple of things. 8 weeks, it was really short 8 weeks for us. We get a lot of feedback from people saying, you should do boxing and golf and tennis. And right now we've just done basketball and we're going to do soccer now, and that already keeps us very busy, me and my co-founder. It's really a question of focus. Which sports should we focus on? What areas should we focus on? That keeps us awake at night, and also scalability. Right? We get a big broadcaster and they bring a ton of followers, just being ready to handle that.
So you kind of have to roll out fast, because I think it's a clever idea, but ESPN could just do this like maybe in a day or two. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's rocket science.
And ESPN, Turner, they try to do it using multiple channels at the same time for one game, right? That doesn't work in the long term just because you're using up 3 channels for one broadcast.
No, I get it. The audio
right?
on top, but
Right.
It seems to me that you've got a good idea, but it seems like one of those that's got to roll really fast, because I'm not sure how you stop competition.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. So one thing is we filed for a patent for our technology, but the second thing is the technology that we have developed. People have been playing with it and trying to figure out ways of doing it for streaming, but there's always a delay. A lot of folks used to mute the volume of their TV and turn on the radio to get a different broadcast. There's always a delay there. So that's what's been holding some of the networks from doing it.
Got it. So what's your backing look like, and how fast do you need to get big? Am I right that you better get big fast?
Definitely, and that's why me and my co-founder, we've been doing this for 6 months, and the product has been up for 8 weeks. So everything happened really fast. At this stage, we went through an accelerator program that we just finished 3 weeks from now, and now we're starting to talk to investors to basically get to the next level.